The Power Hour goes live right now. KFAN.com/watch, where you can watch us daily at 8 a.m. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world. Unleash.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, everybody. There's Maxo.
Hey, sorry, Huck. I got to warn you ahead of time.
What's going on?
It was a silent one.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I get what I get.
Ooh, man.
Speaking of that, there's Marnie. Hi, Marnie.
No, she's not here anymore.
No, she left.
All right. She passed away.
Yeah.
There's Saucy. There's Cory. Zacho's right there.
Zacho.
And as you see right there, the Rube party's coming up real quick.
Yeah, July 19th at Forgotten
right.
Star Brewing.
Coming right up.
July 19th. That is the day that Kevin O'Connell plays initials.
Yeah, big day.
And speaking of that, we are not on this Thursday and Friday. So the next time we play initials will be in Detroit Lakes.
Oh, yeah.
So the major on July 12th. And Zach, the initials jackpot when we get to Detroit Lakes is going to be
$69,000.
Thank you.
Yes.
I couldn't remember the number. I figured you would know. It's how much?
$69,000. I can't
You're
wait.
right there, by the way. That's really smelly.
Yeah,
That's really
that's.
bad.
I
Jeez
mean,
Louise, Maxo.
Bootsy Collins would say that's funky.
My goodness.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, sir. That's
You
please,
guys battle in that
do me a favor and knock down
room
all
a
the
lot.
walls in this building.
You know it's bad when he hates.
Yeah, normally he doesn't care.
Yeah. It's payback.
Oh.
I've been storing it.
It's
I've had enough of you, you sour old hag.
Oh. Are you going to make it, Huck?
I need to go to that spot and get it washed.
I need to go to Duluth. I got to get away.
All right, let's do sports.
All right.
And then Marnie will be back at some point.
And 5 brought to you.
Cracked the door open.
I had to. It's terrible. Thank you, Builders and Remodelers.
Thanks, builders and remodelers. Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers have agreed to a 3-year, $150.3 million extension. Don't forget that .3. That's $300,000. Martin's Donovan Mitchell staying in
He
Cleveland.
came in here. Hawk, Donovan Mitchell is back with Cleveland. Your thoughts?
He was a good quarterback. Played for a long time in the NFL. He played 1 year
That's
for us,
Donovan
didn't he?
McNabb.
Then he's a good Timberwolf. Tall guy.
Nope.
Played basketball.
Plays for
Relatively.
the Cavs.
So.
The guard.
He's got a nice set of calves on him. And he plays for U.S. team in the national circuit. And,
Sometimes.
I'm sorry, my brain is frazzled by that fart right now.
You know, this is
Worst thing I've ever
great
smelled.
revenge.
Sorry,
it
Mark.
is fair. It's fair.
Yeah, no, but it's like I punched him in the nose and he chopped my head off. You know what I mean? It's a little,
It was years of abuse.
Oh.
I had to get it back.
Max is fighting fire with an A-bomb.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
A-bomb.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Donovan
Godspeed.
Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's a good player. The numbers on these contracts are blowing my mind.
Is it sustainable?
It doesn't feel like it, but it just keeps going up and up and up. The Jason Tatum number yesterday
Unbelievable.
was
It's absurd.
It's
shocking.
absurd.
Yep, biggest deal in NBA history. 5 years, $314 million with the Celtics. He's 26 years old.
The Paul George one is worse. He's not, right, Maxo? Paul George isn't worth $50+
Not
million
at this
a
point.
year.
in it.
Not
No.
at this age,
At one
no.
point, you
No.
could have argued that.
No. And he calls himself, doesn't he call himself Playoff P? And he's just terrible in the playoffs.
Yeah. That is the worst possible nickname he could have given himself because he never shows up in
Maybe
the
he
playoffs.
meant playoff. I peed on my leg.
See what you did there.
What- when
Hawk's
it-
treating smelling salts over there like he's doing a seance. He's trying to bless the room. Look at him.
You need to prop the door open for starters. You guys are just
Spirits.
hotboxed yourself in there.
Spirits be gone.
this house is clean.
You want some of Barrero's candles? Doesn't he like candles every day or a lot of days?
I don't think he does.
Yeah. I don't know
Did he
if he
stop
does.
doing that?
I think there's some in there, yeah. Well, he'll be promoting the Glizzy shirt, right?
Yeah, Zach said there's got to be 5, 6, 7, 8 reads, 3 to 6:30.
I looked again. They are not there anymore.
Okay, well then the next time they're promoting a shirt, the Power Trip Morning Show is 100% skipping it.
So
I'm not because I like Gerdsey. I'll
the
read it.
dong shirt is okay, but kissing a Glizzy is gross?
Next time it comes up, we're skipping it.
You know what? You kiss all the glizzies you want, brother.
Thanks, Hulkster.
Jeez.
To go back to the Donovan Mitchell contract, or just contracts in general.
Who?
How the actual basketball player? How do you ever measure whether you got the worth? And I don't mean dollar for dollar. Like when a team would say that signing was worth it. So the Celtics just won a championship. That's great. But now in the next 5 years, how will you determine if giving Jason Tatum 317, was it?
314, yeah.
314 was worth it to your franchise? How do the Philadelphia 76ers measure in the next few years whether the Paul George contract paid off? And maybe teams never do that. Maybe they say that you are just setting yourselves up for failure and heartbreak if you try to do that.
Well, how about the fact that the Celtics, signed Jaylen Brown to that gigantic deal? Now they just signed Jason Tatum to a record-breaking deal, 5 in 314. They just agreed to 4 years, 126 with Derek White. And they're selling the team.
Right.
So they're loading up on all these gigantic contracts, and the group that bought it in 2002 for $360 million, what a steal, is now going to sell it.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that the Celtics think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the two best players in the entire NBA. I cannot believe those numbers. My God.
Are we going to get
It's
a
shocking.
$1 billion career earning player sometime in the near future?
If this
yeah, for
trajectory
sure.
continues, yes.
Yeah.
Nuts.
For sure. Yeah. 100%.
A billionaire.
It could be Ant.
Yeah.
If Ant gets 2 more contracts, yeah, right?
Yeah. It could be Tatum.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatum's
He's already like halfway there.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably already made a couple $100 million.
You mean purely on the court, right, Zacho?
Yeah.
Like just from yeah. I would definitely say Tatum could be up there. Who knows? Victor Wembanyama is probably by the time that he's ready for an extension, it's probably going to be $400 million plus.
And he plays for who, Hawk?
The Seattle Kraken.
Wow. You're correct.
Thank you. Did you see that there's a lady from China who's 7'3"?
Yeah, she's destroying people out there in the Olympic stuff.
Wait, what did you just say? I was half listening. Could you do this story over again?
Did you see there's a lady from China who's 7'3"?
That's a huge bitch.
That's one of the greatest films of all time. I don't care what anybody tells you. That's a great film.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I think I've made a mistake. Did you say steak?
Oh, man.
Such a good
And Hawk loves the second one.
He's the
It's
only
so
one that
good.
loves the second one.
No.
The first one has
Thank
its
you.
The
moments.
second one is actually pretty
When
funny.
that cat jumps up and grabs his butt. It's so good. Marn's right.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the best.
Jeez. Deuce Bigelow. Male gigolo. The only reason they named him Bigelow is to rhyme it with
rhymes, of
gigolo.
course.
I mean, it's just so stupid.
The second one on Rotten Tomatoes is what?
Great.
It's got to be either single digits or in the teens. It's got to be that low. I'm going to
bet
say
92.
13%.
Maxo?
100.
92.
Flawless.
10.
9.
You are correct.
Oh, man.
9.
But she's saying no. She didn't.
As in, don't see it.
That cannot be a
Man,
good film.
when Norm MacDonald says, I stayed down.
What?
I stayed down. It's so good. I do love it when he's trying to get that cat off of his sack using a spatula, and then he uses the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So this
Anyway,
gal that's 7'3" from China,
Yeah, right.
why is she not in the WNBA?
she's going to be.
She's
She is going to be.
17 years old.
Yeah, she's going to be.
Yeah.
Look at
I
that
don't know, I feel
picture.
worse hitting the button, but
Yeah, but you know what? There's a she wouldn't be the first 7-footer in the NBA, WNBA though, right? Because there was a lady who played
Yeah.
for like 12 years.
Margot Didek.
That's it,
Yeah,
exactly.
she died, actually. She
happened?
She passed away a handful of years ago, and she had health issues because she was
So tall.
Yes, it wasn't.
people that are that tall do not live very long.
She was from Germany, right? Is that right? Does that ring a bell for me? I don't know how I know that.
Dydek, Margot Didek. She was 7'2".
Polish.
She was the tallest professional women's basketball player.
She passed away at 37.
Yeah, it's hard,
Poland.
man.
Yeah, with kids, it was awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
It was
sucks.
awful.
It's hard being that tall.
I want to say it was a heart attack, but I haven't read it in a while. And I have called multiple games where Margot Didek played. Very sad.
The pictures of the 17-year-old Chinese lady playing against people her age is like watching me play. No, not me. It's like watching Parker Fox play against toddlers.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how much bigger she is.
Just
than
not
everybody else.
fair.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking at one of the photos. It looks like, your cell phone, and it tells you how strong the signal is.
The bars.
The bars.
Yeah, right.
This
That's
is
what it looks like.
their team photo. It looks like.
It's 5 single bars and then a 5-bar.
It really it does look like.
They got great service over there.
Cell service?
Yes.
Now, does she personally hate Caitlin Clark? Because that would fit right in with the WNBA.
Corey, that is not an accurate.
It's not
They
accurate.
did a 51-minute Twitter space yesterday where they talked about
the hell is
potential
that?
on the WNBA official Twitter. They had multiple analysts talking about the potential rookie of the year. Not one mention of Caitlin Clark. Not one. 51 minutes official.
Marnes, what do you say to these gentlemen who pretend?
That's
Barnes.
ridiculous.
Tell 'em.
She may not win it.
Correct,
I mean,
but she
she may
should
not
be-
win it, but she's for sure in the conversation.
Yeah.
And Cameron Brink hurt her ACL. She had the ACL tear and surgery, so she would have been in the conversation as well. Obviously out of the conversation. So what is your question, Hawk? What do I...
You got these guys that are just wrong.
These guys.
Yeah, those guys are there.
Like anything, the greasy wheel gets the squeak or...
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, I
people
like the
who...
squeak.
People...
You're a pretty greasy wheel, Hawk.
Thank you.
Those that are frustrated with her, with Caitlin Clark and the way she plays or anything about her, tend to speak the loudest. They do not represent the majority. The WNBA as a whole, the players as a whole, have no problem with Caitlin Clark. They might want to beat her on the court, but as a whole, it is not accurate and not correct to say that everybody hates her.
Thank you.
There's this backlash against her. The league's all joining together.
God, that sounds just like Cory.
Do you know? No, I was
Totally
just going to say
inaccurate.
the opposite. Do you know? It seems like whenever somebody says a really dumb thing, it sounds like a meat sauce voice. It's like, oh no, everybody hates Caitlin Clark. Whoa.
I don't hate Caitlin Clark.
See,
That
exactly.
was my
You just did a
defense.
great impression of yourself. That was good.
And if you are smart enough and have your eyes and ears open, you are thankful for her because she has moved the needle and made changes that this league has been asking for 20 years.
Yeah,
Yes, Zach.
Yeah, Zach.
agreed.
I don't see the hype.
You're getting ripped.
I think she's
You don't you
overrated.
think she's overrated?
Yeah.
Did
And
you
you might
did you
be-
watch
that's
the whole
fine.
51-minute video or just see the?
Have you watched a game?
A lot of Iowa people weren't too thrilled with it, but no, I know. I was. I'll tell you, I'm becoming a bigger fan of Angel Reese every day. She's killing it.
So
She's
can I-
pretty good. We just played Chicago on Sunday, and Angel Reese leads the league in offensive rebounds by a mile. She gets a lot of offensive rebounds because she misses 3 times in a row. And that sounds like a rip. It's not. It's more just explaining how she can go from 2 offensive rebounds to 6 in the span of about 40 seconds. But her want to and her effort and all of that is 100% there, and it's super admirable.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. I've been watching more WNBA than I've had my
Why
entire
do you
life.
think that is?
Angel Reese.
Really? Okay, so what most people would call the Caitlin Clark effect is your
Well, and
Angel
her
Reese.
too. I mean, I sat in my hotel room in Indianapolis and watched the Fever play the Aces for 3 quarters.
Go!
I don't know what's going on. I watched more NBA this year with the Timberwolves. I'm becoming a
so it's a basketball
equal
thing.
opportunity sports fan now.
Yeah.
What's
see?
next?
It-
Choose that card.
How high
It's
were you?
fun
Yeah,
to
how many
watch
milligrams?
the ball bounce.
Lot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun because compared to hockey, basketball, they just score every 2 seconds. So you're just constantly like, yeah,
What?
You're constantly like,
A lot of scoring.
Yeah.
so much.
A lot of scoring.
If you got high and went to an Usher concert, what would you basically be saying every 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Was Lil Jon there too?
What?
Well, we're glad to have you, Zacho.
Yeah,
A big
oversized
game
toilets.
tonight at 6. Will you be watching the Lynx and Liberty?
I will tune in. I can't wait.
Don't believe you.
Yeah, that didn't sound sincere.
Yeah. Do you have Bally?
I do not anymore. I got a big purple screen that tells me I don't.
Sorry, Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got a link for you. Okay. Not that I would
No.
do that
No, why
for the
would you do
WNBA, not the Minnesota Lynx.
Lynx link.
Sausage link.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hey,
I still
yeah,
think
that's what I
a great
meant.
idea.
Yeah, so does Cheryl.
See?
Yeah, she doesn't hate that idea.
What's she doing? Get her on the horn.
Nah, I'm
Call her.
good.
Hey, Siri.
We'll do headlines when the morning show returns. Marnie is here. No Rosie today. It sounds like no Rosie next week either. Huh?
What?
I guess he's got a wedding to get ready for in like 3 weeks, so he's got to prep for it. The Power Trip Morning Show returns after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
If Roser were here, he'd be brought to you by the Greater Twin Cities Honda.
What happened to him?
He's on vacation.
Duh.
He's reading a book by the lake.
Yeah, he's parked
tell
down
you.
by the lake.
What book was it? Hawk, what book was Rosie reading?
The True Tales of the T-Words,
Wow.
written by Pamela Anderson.
Oh, good for him.
Is he reading with his blinks?
Yeah, he sure as hell is.
Probably should be.
And we should mention
We should.
KFAN.com, keyword Glizzy, for
Wow!
the best t-shirt ever made.
I love it.
Thanks, Echo.
Thank you.
What a great nickname for a hot dog.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't know you invented it.
No, but I brought it to the
Sure,
forefront.
yeah,
He did. I didn't know
for
that
sure.
until
Axel
yesterday.
brought up
Yeah.
just the shaboing boing.
Yeah, he did.
Smooch.
Smooch.
Yeah, please.
Alliteration is important.
I didn't know what it was until yesterday. So as far as I know, he invented it. And by the way, if you've been wondering, and you've been hearing lots of rumors about the girl, her being fired from her teaching job, all that jazz, it's all not true. Here she is, setting the record straight.
I deleted all my social media like 6 months ago due to like personal reasons. I never really got on it or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But I was long gone before that.
Oh, so you were already gone from social
Oh,
media.
God. I worked in a spring factory. I'm not a school teacher
That was my next question. So you weren't
No.
a teacher.
or a bartender.
So I've heard rumors that your dad is a preacher.
My father is so far from a preacher. It's crazy. Like none of it's true at all.
Isn't that weird? Like everything you've heard, every story you've heard about her was wrong. Like
Yeah.
how many people told you that she got fired from her teaching job?
Right.
How many people told you that her dad was a preacher? None of that.
7.
Yeah,
right.
everybody who brings it up says, yeah, she got fired from her teaching job. No, she didn't. Everybody says that.
No.
All right. Not everybody, but I just wanted to be.
Everybody. They're all talking about
Everybody.
it.
Thank you.
Everybody.
A lot of people are saying it.
Yeah.
Whole town knows.
Whole town knows.
Could you see it happening, Cory?
I mean, maybe. Should we do headlines?
Well, for sure.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric. You can go
Hell
solar
yeah, man.
if you want to get turned on. Go solar and get those solar panels thanks to Wolf River Electric.
Solo.
I'm going to do that. Cops in Northern California pulled over a guy who was driving with no headlights on Saturday, Marnes.
Well, if it's in the daytime, it's not a problem.
I think it was at night.
Okay. That makes a difference.
Yep, pulled him over. Obviously, I'm bringing it up because it's more than that. He had no headlights on, so they pulled him over. He was wearing a Jason mask and had an unregistered AR-15 in the back seat.
Jason Kidd?
Jason Ritter.
Oh. That's obscure.
Didn't he die?
John Ritter's son?
John Ritter's son, yeah.
Oh, John was the one who died.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Just on a side note,
what are
I
you
am a
doing?
big fan of daytime running headlights. And that has become more standard on cars. But I know people who will specifically turn them off and only want to use them at night. I don't. Just leave them on.
Don't you? Yeah.
Don't you have a car that has automatic
Yeah,
lights?
that's what I'm
I
saying.
well, I do, but that doesn't mean everybody does.
So I'm still getting used to this because I just got a new vehicle for my Luther friends like a month ago. My new vehicle, Oh Good For Me, is a 25, and I didn't like it at first, but now I love it. When I'm driving to work, it has auto high beams.
Yeah.
I don't even get to control when the high
that's-
beams go
yeah.
on, and it knows when cars
I've
are.
had those my
Yeah.
whole life.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, calm down.
All right.
But when cars pass me,
Yeah.
the high beams go on, and I don't have to hit a button. I'm like,
It's sweet.
At first, I'm like, how do I turn this off? And now a month in, I'm like, this kicks ass.
Yeah.
It's
My car's
awesome.
got a door unlocker.
It's called a hanger.
But let's go all the way full circle, Marnes. I don't remember the last time I toggled my headlights on or off.
Whoa,
It's been
time
automatic
out.
now for
Right.
years.
Get over here. I'll
Right.
toggle them.
Just kiss
We're
the
going on
glizzy.
vacation next week.
That's true.
Where
You know?
what town are you guys going to?
Pleasure Town.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to toggle my headlights.
Damn right I am.
For how long?
Well, how long do you need?
An hour?
That's too long. Get over it.
A family in Australia ended up in the ER after an Italian restaurant didn't serve the cranberry juice that they had ordered.
Oh, no.
They accidentally served this family a couple of glasses of citronella, which is insect repellent.
That's not an accident.
Might not have been an accident, but either way, they ended up in the ER after they drank insect repellent.
Okay, they drank it? Don't you know when you get it up?
After one sip, like not even a sip, once it hits your lips, you should be like, this isn't cranberry juice.
How do you not smell it? Ugh.
And isn't
Don't know.
citronella in general like yellowish, greenish?
It's the worst
I
smell
don't
in the world.
practice
I hate that.
Cinderella.
Brilliant.
Well, like
You
a
ain't got no
candle for
crystal ball?
mosquitoes. You know.
Yeah, gross. Get that one thing that you like put out in your yard and it like zaps them away.
Yeah.
Also, what are you doing at an
Zapper?
Italian restaurant ordering cranberry
Listen,
juice?
Oh, the
I can
judgy
drink
judge,
whatever
you're sitting
I
over
want.
there. They can
Maybe
drink
you
whatever
You think
they
I don't
want.
like cranberry juice?
Maybe
I want some cranberries. I got a
Maybe they have a
urinary
UTI.
tract.
Right.
This is the victim's fault.
My thing hurts.
Yeah, hockey's glizzy hurts. Get your glizzy fixed, Hawk.
It's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard religious custom in Australia to eat Italian food and drink cranberry juice.
You're damn right
That's what
it
they
is.
do. So don't be so judgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, please stop being
Yeah.
judgy.
Don't be mean.
Stop hating religions, Marn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Marnes,
over.
man.
Okay? It's 21st century. Isn't it?
I don't.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yes.
Sure.
It's not the 20th.
Whatever.
This
was so
sentence
last
is going to confuse all of us, I think, because it confused the hell out of me.
Not
Ready?
me.
Oh, it should confuse you.
Oh, okay.
A chicken in Canada broke a world record by correctly identifying 6 letters, numbers, and colors in under a minute.
That chicken's smarter than I am. No, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
Chicken in Canada broke a world record by correctly identifying 6 letters, numbers, and colors in under a minute.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Can I play you guys a comedy bit real quick? Reminded me of this
Sure.
when you're talking about drinking poison. This is Dusty Slay.
Oh, the best.
I hope he doesn't cuss. I don't think he
I don't
does.
think he does.
I drank gas one time. Not on purpose. I wasn't making a drink. But I was trying to get out of a lawnmower, put into a four-wheeler so I'd go riding. So I was stealing. And I was using a garden hose, right? And prior to that, my only experience with something like that was like using a straw to get some drink out of a cup, put it into my stomach, right? So that's the only way I knew how to do it. So that's what I did. I took a big hit of that garden hose and I just drank a bunch of gas. So good. And I don't know if you've done this before, but there's a moment where you're like, this is not good. And I started freaking out. I was freaking. Ran inside, drank a bunch of water, just threw up a bunch. I ended up being okay, but I burped up gas for like 2 weeks. I had to quit smoking, so I was going to light myself on fire.
Dusty Slay.
He's so
That guy's good.
Have you siphoned gas, Hawk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
Really?
And you always get a little in your mouth. You can't help it.
Because that's how you start the flow, right?
Yeah, you got to keep, yep.
You got to keep what?
And when you've done that, are you going like vehicle to vehicle and a friend who has a
Well,
full tank is helping you out, or is
yeah.
it like you roll up next to a stranger who's not paying attention?
Well, I wasn't a stealer, but
No.
sometimes you needed the gas out of that lawnmower.
Where were you
Get the
guys
car
going?
started.
What'd you need the
Probably
car
the county
for?
fair
To do what?
fight.
Look for women and fight. Just to fight.
Ozempic for pets could be on the way because a study found that it works on pets too.
About time my cat's a fat ass.
Poor Garfield.
Oh. He eats lasagna and lasagna whales.
Yes,
He eats lasagna whales. Boy, I bet those are hard to swim.
You know, like when you walk in your kitchen or your pantry and just like, man, I just can't stop eating chips or I can't stop eating these Oreos. That's humans with discipline issues.
Yeah.
How about if your pet's too fat and you're going to buy it Ozempic? How about just feed it less?
Yeah.
It's up to you. It's not the pet that can't stop. It's you're giving it food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand this one at all.
I don't know.
Aren't like cats though? Like they just get fed automatically by some of these people now.
Feed them less automatically.
What kind of people?
Cat people.
Yeah, I've got an automatic feeder. Because
Yeah.
I like to leave home for like 3 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
How does that work though? Does it just dispense like
A certain amount.
certain amount? Okay.
Yeah, and it's funny too because I don't care what the cat's doing. She could be giving herself a butt bath, and when the sound hits, that cat's like Carl Lewis, man. She ain't never ate in her life. It's the craziest thing.
What's your cat's name?
Cece or Clementine or Cecil, depends on the day.
Cecil.
Yeah,
Why
she's a good kitty.
Cecil?
I don't know. I get bored with names.
Oh.
I want to confuse her. She can't see anyway. I love to watch her try to jump from one thing to the other because she misses a lot.
Well, you have a blind cat?
She's pretty blind. Yeah, she's Siamese cat. One eye goes one way, the other goes the other. It's cute.
That's kind of you.
Yeah, it's fun. I
Keep it.
like to mess with her
How?
by moving her food around the place. So she runs to one place and is like, I know it was here last time.
Wow.
See, that's how she gets her exercise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why she's not that fat.
Why is she fat?
because I like to feed her 300-400 times a day. I want to use her as a pinata at some point.
That's nice.
Yeah, thank you.
A guy in Australia got arrested for selling fake Adderall pills that were actually just meth.
That son of a.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't happen.
That sucks, man. Adderall's the king.
That's what I hear.
I love it.
A Florida man got arrested for trying to sell a stolen golf cart to an undercover cop.
Man, golf carts are sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have a golf cart
Where would you drive it?
on the freeway.
Where would you be going?
Get a handy.
From who?
This lady I met once.
According to a new survey, the average American thinks you need blank dollars a year to live comfortably. How much would you need to make a year to live, quote, comfortably?
Okay.
The average American says it is how much money?
$400,000 a year.
No.
What? No.
100,000.
70.
70 was the number I came up with.
No way.
Well,
Zach
your
and I.
version, your definition of live comfortably might be a lot
Correct.
loftier
Well, yeah,
than
you
ours.
need-
Well, that
Not
might
all
be
of us.
But
Yeah.
that's the
Comfortable
subjective
just-
part, right?
Yeah, that just
Comfortable
means
but I'm not
is definitely the
you
key
can
word.
eat every day.
I'm not
Not
saying.
all of us need to
Pay
buy a
your
golf
rent.
cart to get a
Sweet
handy.
peas. Peas for a moment.
How much would you need to
Stop
make a year to
flapping your
feel like
yappers
you
when they
could
talk.
live comfortably?
No, I'm saying they want to. I mean, living comfortably is different than just living. You know what I mean?
Right, not struggling
Right.
and comfortably are different
Yeah,
for
right,
sure.
that's
so
what I'm saying.
you could have a number
Not
like, all right,
lavish.
I could survive on $50K, but is that comfortable?
Right.
No.
So, Chris, your guess is
I said $400,000. I think that's what people said.
God.
186,000.
See? Eat D
Are you
words.
saying yes?
I could be pretty comfortable at 100.
Yeah.
But I
For
suppose
a
if you're in
single-
like New York or LA, which is probably
Well, that would skew it.
yeah.
Good point.
186. A guy from Tennessee was scratching off a $20 lottery ticket in a store, by the way. Wow. That guy's literally
Okay.
scratching the itch.
Don't say
if you're
things-
buying $20 lottery tickets.
I like them.
Yeah.
So he's scratching the itch, but he's also scratching off the lottery ticket.
Yeah.
And he told the clerk that if he hit the jackpot, he would never eat bologna again. I don't know why
What
he
a
made that weird.
proclamation.
Well, he did. He hit it for $1 million. He won $1 million.
How much bologna did he eat?
Well, if he's a man of his word, he will never have any again.
Oh. I've never had it.
Well, that sounds like a bunch of baloney.
You've never had bologna?
Nope.
That's weird.
OSCAR.
That is weird because you're a normal eater.
I've never had bologna.
Never on a sandwich?
Nope. I'm going to get ripped
Why? Nobody's going to rip you
for
for
the
having
things
bologna.
I've said about you guys. I can't eat bologna. I've been offered it. I just can't eat it. Rip away. I deserve
It's
it.
not super
Offered
cute.
it. It sounds like somebody brought mushrooms to a party, and you're like, I could have done it.
Yeah,
but I
no.
didn't.
Mushrooms I'm
You've
not
been
going to
offered bologna in the past.
Yeah, I said no. I can't eat
Have
it.
you ever tried spam?
I don't know.
You would know.
Maybe. Like, doesn't Target Field have like a spam thing? I probably have. Probably, yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
not shocked. You look like a bologna guy.
You
Why
look
does-
like a pepperoni glizzy guy.
Ew.
That's really specific.
How about some of the bologna that has what looks like warts
Ick.
in it?
Disgusting.
That's not bologna, Marnes.
That's the picture Hawk saying.
But if you have to eat bologna,
Oh, my God.
why would you eat the one that has?
What in the hell are you referring to?
Bologna wart?
Bologna warts? What are you talking about, baby?
Yeah, they're like those little dark spots.
Gross.
Yeah. That's those aren't warts.
Aren't they
They're olives
pimento
or
or
something.
some
pimentos
pimento?
or something. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, man.
Looks like mold.
You ever had that? Is it ham that has the little pieces of cheese in it? Is it ham with the cheese
Isn't
in
that
it?
called head cheese?
God, I'd like to smack you.
Because it turns you on.
I don't think that's called head cheese, brother.
You mean like
Thanks, Alex.
summer sausage that has cheese in it? Like that? It's made that way?
I don't think that's what I'm talking about, but I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've moved
Hey,
on.
Chris, remember when you were, 18, 19 years old and Public Enemy was a big deal and Flava Flav was,
he had a big-
saying F the police
Sure.
and this and that, right?
Sure.
Now in 2024, I'm about to read this headline.
Okay.
Flava Flav got his own signature meal at Red Lobster. He also is giving each member of the U.S. women's water polo team $1,000 in a cruise.
Wow.
And a cruise.
Flava Flav getting his own signature meal at Red Lobster, and he's giving each member of the U.S. women's water polo team $1,000 and a cruise.
There's got to be reasons behind that.
I don't know.
Did he maybe partner with a cruise ship as an endorsement?
Maybe.
No. Boy, Parrish loved going on that cruise, man. Have you guys
Yeah,
talked
he
to him
just
about it?
loved it.
He
Yeah.
just freaking loved it.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a cruise guy.
He's
That's
a
what he
cruise
said.
guy. It's good for him because it's less to worry about. You don't have to catch flights. You just get on the boat, and the boat takes you from place to
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you do have to get back on the boat in time, man.
I mean, you don't have to.
That's what Nikki's for, though.
Yeah.
Nikki
That's
says,
true.
Mark, get
Yeah.
back on the
Yes,
boat.
Correct.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, if we went on a power trip cruise and Nikki didn't come with, we would lose Parrish.
Yeah, we
Yeah, he'd be
definitely
at
would.
one of
He'd
the
be
excursions, and
Yeah, and
we'd
hockey.
say,
And then we'd say, don't go looking for him.
No, I'm out of here.
tonight is the series premiere of Hard Knocks off season with the New York Giants.
What? No
I'll
kidding.
probably watch that.
Is that on the Max?
HBO.
Yeah. I'll watch that too, man. That's
Tonight.
cool.
Have any of you started The Bear?
No.
I haven't either.
I watched the first 2 episodes, yeah.
Your thoughts?
The first episode was confusing. There was a lot of time jumps, I'm ready to, I get that it's a critical part of the story, but we don't need to keep flashing back to the brother like every single episode. It seems, it was
heavy, too.
It was an odd way to start the season, but it pretty much starts exactly where season 2 ended.
No
It's
kidding.
It's right when he gets out of the
94%
freezer.
On Rotten Tomatoes, audience scores 59.
Oh.
It's started off kind of odd. It's a little disjointed so far. I still like it, but the tone and energy is a little disjointed so far.
Here's something I find interesting, Corey. I watched the first episode of the new Dragon show.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched the next 2. And I could have, and I chose not to both times. And I wonder why. I just, I'm kind of burnt out on
Was
it.
it the end of the first one turned you off? Or
No,
what?
not
'Cause that's
really.
obviously a
Do you
hard
mean
to watch scene.
season 1 or season 2?
It's
2.
season 2 now of
Okay.
the
But
next.
you had watched season 1, yes?
I watched all of season 1
Okay.
and I watched the first episode of season 2, and I don't have the energy for some reason to go back and watch it. I think
Really?
I think it's just kind of more of the same every time around.
You're just getting dragged out.
Yeah, something about those families. I'm pissed at them. Leave each other alone. Go be cool.
Through
Right?
3 episodes, they aren't going to leave each other alone.
They're definitely not going to.
They're going to keep killing each other.
I haven't seen 3 yet, but the first 2, they were good. But it's a lot of setup.
There's a lot of setup.
It's a lot
Maybe
of
that's
setup.
my
First,
problem.
episode 1 was a lot of setup.
Maybe that's my problem.
It felt like it could have been the last episode of season 1 instead of the first episode of season 2.
I want a Star Wars like scroll. Just tell me what's going on and then jump right in. You know what I mean?
That's not
Right.
bad. Every show should have that.
I agree, man.
Well,
Here's
the
what's going on.
Thrones is one of the key ones. I almost always skip those if I'm watching it on DVR or something. But with Thrones, when they say previously on Game of Thrones and they give you the
Absolutely.
60-second recap, it's like,
Pay
yep,
attention.
run through the whole thing again because I'm going to forget something.
Yeah.
And if you watch it on demand, they say stay tuned after the episode for a look inside the episode. Always watch those.
I've never
Really?
done that.
I haven't either.
I don't
I
watch
never do that either.
They
I'm
explained
busy.
so much. Game of Thrones, that's how I watched most of the series, and that's how I understood most of what was
very
going
cool.
on.
I should do that.
There were so many things that were subtle or like this meant this, and you go, oh, inside the episode.
I love that. I need to do that then.
If
Thank
we're
you.
staying with
Good
TV,
tip.
how about this? The 5th and final season of Stranger Things is going to be 8 episodes long. It's going to come out sometime next year. But now they are saying each episode is going to be movie length. So basically 8 standalone movies. This is going to be between an hour and an hour and a half, essentially, every single episode. So it's going to be epic.
Well, what is
next year.
movie length now is like 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
That's starting to change a little bit.
I think standard movies, though, historically, hour and a half.
90.
Yeah, I think
So
they're starting to
I
come
think
back
that's
a
what they're
little
aiming for.
bit. Yeah.
Cory, is that what people want from, like, is that what Stranger Things fans want, or do they feel like it's kind of dragging it out a little bit?
I guess we're going to see when we get to season 5, because the last season was crazy fun with Vecna, and it's going to be a monster showdown in season 5. So I don't know if they can sustain it for, what is that, almost 12 hours?
Is 13 still part of the show, or is she growing out right now?
11 is older now.
That's what I
All the
said.
kids are much older.
She is
13.
the show.
It's definitely time to wrap up the series,
Yeah.
but we do need some closure. Let's end this in epic fashion and call it a day.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. What a fun show. Martin's, you into Stranger Things or not?
Yep. I
Great
watched
show.
all of it.
Yep.
It really tested the limits for me, though, especially the first one, because I don't like scary movies. They bother me more than they should. And especially when there's any kind of paranormal, that is,
I'm with you,
I just
yeah.
can't touch that because you can't explain it. You don't know. It's,
So the first
So-
couple times Vecna walked down those stairs, were you crapping your pants?
it was more
Well, right over.
when Will was like, the lights were communicating with him, that kind
In
of
season
stuff.
1?
Will and Grace?
Yes. No, not that Will.
Jeez, I got him.
That's funny. Huck's funny.
Thanks, buddy.
And he's
What a
kind
great-
to me.
What a great show. Some of the lines and scenes between Jack and Karen in Will and Grace.
That
is
show was-
all
That show
time.
rules.
is actually
rules.
That
funny,
show was good every time.
Every time.
good.
Every time.
If you saw Jack and Karen sitting outside of her apartment at her little bistro set, you were like,
Come on.
hit me.
Those two could have had a show of their own, and they should have. Loved
Coulda,
it.
shoulda.
I never saw Will and Grace.
Oh, dude.
Not
really,
one.
Every time.
Really?
I love
Every
Sean
time it
Hayes
was
on
good.
Smartless. Obviously, I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah,
he's
he's
funny,
one.
but never saw Will and Grace.
Oh, man.
Every
You
time.
should give it a chance.
It was good.
It is funny. That was one of those shows where, like, I'd go downstairs and pretend like I don't want to watch what my parents are watching, but I just happened to go down every single time Will and Grace and Desperate Housewives were on.
Yeah, man. Man, what was the name of that? Something else, something Lane? What is it?
Wisteria
Yeah, that's it. Wisteria.
What?
Yeah, man.
in Desperate Housewives.
Desperate Housewives.
They all lived on Wisteria
And
Lane.
they were so desperate. You know what they were desperate for?
Yes, go ahead.
Kiss the glizzy.
Oh.
I thought we were going to guess.
I thought saying.
Here's some
ruined it.
random.
He told you.
Here's some random facts for you. We can wrap this up.
Oh, good.
Do you have a better chance of survival if you drown in cold water or warm water?
Cold.
Well, if you drown, you probably
Yeah.
have no
No,
chance.
it's cold
Good
water for sure.
question.
Chance of revival, though.
yeah, it's
if you
cold.
drown in either, which
Yeah.
one would you rather drown
Probably
in?
cold because it slows your heart rate.
That's right.
Maybe,
Yeah, you could
type
live.
thing?
People have like drowned and been brought back. Am I right?
Sauce?
That is a good point. Yeah.
Man, I'm with Marnie. I think it's cold water.
Give me your logic. Walk us through it.
Well, I would assume that if it's cold water, you're not going to wear yourself out if it's warm water, because warm water would warm you up and you'd sweat.
This is why I
That's
asked.
great.
Keep
This is
going.
great stuff. I never thought about that.
Keep going.
Just keep going.
And then when the water gets warm and the sea starts to churn,
Oh boy, I've heard of that.
that's when the sea churns, is when it's warm water. And then somebody says, "Arg, there's a buddy over there."
Enough. Okay. Cold water is the answer for exactly what Marnie and Hawk said. It's because your heartbeat slows down. So how about this? If you drown in cold water, you could potentially be resuscitated up to an hour.
Yeah.
You have a shot. Warm water, you have about 6 minutes or less.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's something. Oof, terrible. Jeez Louise.
See, we learned something. Now,
Watch out for everybody.
try this one.
Okay.
There is a Guinness World Record for most prolific known cannibal. What do you think the record is, according to Guinness, for most people consumed by a person known to man?
Well, this is an interesting fact.
Cannibal World Record.
100.
Sauce says 100 people. Off the top of your head, do you know how many Dahmer actually ate?
Well, he killed 17 people.
Did
so
he eat most of them?
I would guess, yeah.
So somewhere between 10 and 17
Yeah,
he actually
yeah.
ate, something like that.
By the
Was
way, when we're talking about
Dahmer
this,
the one Zach said he was attracted to?
No, that was Richard Ramirez.
When we're talking about this, we're not saying they had to eat the entire thing. Like, they could leave some on the plate, right?
Well, it depends on how strict their parents
Yeah,
were.
right.
Yeah,
Okay, got
good
it.
point.
I'm going to
Maybe
say
that's
it's
why
an
they're in there.
astronomical number, like 230.
Hawk says 230.
Wow, Hawk's
Zachary.
It's a lot of people to catch.
You got a point there, but there might be somebody who worked like at a.
Might be why they're keeping all those bodies
That's
in
what
that
I'm
one
saying.
town.
I'm going to go with 40 to 50, 45.
45. Marnie.
Yeah, that seems. I mean, this is hideous.
Sure is.
Don't be judging.
35.
35. Maxo.
I'm going to say 23.
23. Chris, you said 230.
It's
That's
a
right.
huge number.
You technically win.
Thank you. How many is it?
A tribal chief from Fiji in the 1800s
I love his water.
ate somewhere between 872 and 999.
Yeah, he had a hankering.
Yeah. He loved him. some-
Munchies.
Ate almost 1,000 people.
That's really incredible.
Sick.
I mean, why didn't anybody stop him?
Yeah.
Whoever was keeping track, why didn't they make him stop?
I guess the 1800s would have been a really bad time for CBS to film Survivor.
Yeah.
Don't go to Fiji if that chief is like, you think you guys are hungry.
Yeah, watch
Dude,
this.
you know how many lives that could have been saved if Ozempic had existed for that guy?
Okay.
What if?
Not bad.
What if you're a cannibal, but you have ARFID?
It's tough. Because sometimes the smell, sometimes it's the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the least favorite part of eating a human for
The
you?
glizzy. No, did you say favorite?
Catch those
Least.
tickets.
Oh.
You saved the best for last.
Yeah.
If you had to eat a man, you'd start at the butt cheek, right?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Only if it's clean.
Avi.
Yeah, Hawk knows a place.
Well, think if you're like a cannibal with like ARFID, you might be racist too, right? Because I only eat white meat.
Oh, I know.
I don't want to get
I knew
accused
it.
of anything. It's
We knew it.
gross.
What do you think of that?
Damn it.
He won't eat you.
Leave me alone, Max. Oh,
Key and Peele's got a great zombie sketch about that.
Yeah.
about something
Oh,
similar.
yeah, that's right. I
oh,
forgot
that
about
is-
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because the zombies are taking over, but they only eat
They're
the white
racist.
people.
Yeah.
They don't.
I forgot about
They're-
that.
For a similar
brilliant,
reason,
man.
because they only
Yeah.
like white meat.
Yeah, they
that's a
don't-
funny bit. Okay, I guess I
They're
just stole that
brilliant,
bit.
man.
So all the black people are having like a barbecue. just
chilling.
Yeah.
That's a good bit.
But Key and Peele start being offended initially, but then they're like, "Oh, this is great."
then I'm safe.
That guy,
So
those guys
funny,
are
man.
so
They're
good.
so
They're
funny,
awesome.
man.
So funny.
good.
I was so antagonistic towards them at first because I just hated that they just took Dave Chappelle's format, and I was still bitter about the Comedy Central thing. But once I warmed up to it, those guys are freaking
my
brilliant,
God.
man.
Have you ever heard Eric Andre's joke about them? He was at Eric Andre, comedian, does that show on Adult Swim. He was at a concert, was in the bathroom, and this guy walked up to him and was like, "Oh my God, can I get a picture with you? I love your show." And he was like, "Yeah, of course." So they took a selfie, and as the guy walked away, he goes, "Man, Key and Peele." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're Key and Peele." And he looked at me and goes, "You think my first name is Kean and my last name is Peele?" It's such a great bit. Yeah, he does it way better than that, but yeah,
I sure hope so.
that's funny. I sure hope so.
Oh, now you're making fun of me.
Sorry, Daddy. I'm just, jealous that you and Cory are going on vacation together.
We invited you.
You did?
Yeah, we sure did.
I
You just
didn't.
didn't have enough room in the bed?
Yep, that's what we said. We couldn't find a BRB with a headroom.
That's what you're calling your hotel room, that room. And you ain't leaving the room.
Sauce, if you and Kel were going away on a romantic weekend to a fantasy suite, what theme would you want?
That's a good question.
Thanks.
Anyone
I like
else
that you're
wanna
taking
answer?
it seriously. You're actually, like thinking about it.
Well,
You're contemplating this.
I would ask her, because I would like her opinion on it.
What would she want?
Probably a room with all her favorite shows and me. I don't have a key to get in there and bother and ask her questions.
Yeah, that's what we hope for the studio.
So her fantasy suite is Netflix, so she can watch How to Make a Murderer.
Yeah, and
and
not
you're
have-
downstairs locked out
Yeah, playing Madden.
Yep,
Yeah.
being murdered.
Oh.
by Stephen Avery.
Oh.
And
Right,
Stephen
just
A. Smith.
Is Stephen Avery still with us?
He's in the prison.
Ask your wife.
He didn't do nothing.
Man, that guy. That guy
Those
got
phone calls
railroaded.
are so
Man.
bad.
Mars,
Did
we're
he,
not going
though?
to see you
I
for
think
like
he
2
did.
weeks. The next time we'll see you is Detroit
Detroit
Lakes.
Lakes. Yep.
I'm fixing to dance.
So we'll see
yes,
you
sir.
Thursday night in Detroit Lakes, and then we'll see you Friday
Yeah.
morning, the 12th, for the major.
And you may see me on the drive there, depending on.
I told you guys.
I'll ride with you, Hawk.
I told you I'm taking the van. You guys want to
Okay.
roll? We better
I'll
roll.
go with you.
Can we meet here?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'll
When
text
you
you
leave
for the
in town.
time.
Great.
When are you leaving?
You're
Yeah,
gonna gamble?
Thursday. We're leaving Thursday. What morning? Afternoon?
Yeah,
Afternoon.
he wanted to leave. Yeah, I mean afternoon sometime, not too late.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
If I can ride with, I'll
You ride
go.
with.
Yeah.
Martins, you know he's going to text and drive the entire way up, right?
Not the entire way up, but I got people I need to talk to.
He's got videos to watch.
You're going to gamble again? It didn't go well last time
Well,
to Fargo.
I
We
will.
made it, Corey.
The rain was a big part of it.
Thank you.
Making me nervous.
Yes.
I think you've learned your lesson, though. Don't book a reservation at a restaurant with your family in Detroit Lakes because Chris ain't going to get you there on time. He's going to stop at a casino.
I'm on my own schedule, sweetie.
You're not on my schedule. That's
Martins, you're the
evidence.
best. See you in like 2 weeks.
See you next week.
All right.
Friday. Thursday, Friday.
9 to noon is next. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. One more Power True Morning Show this week. See ya.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba Dabba. Love you.